Are you unhappy with many different areas of your life and you wish they look like someone else's or different from your current one? And do you just stay all the time and think of ways in which your life sucks and that you want to change, but you just don't know how to just do that 180 and like kind of change things around? We've come to the right place. My name is Molly. I'm basically a productivity expert. I used to be in door-to-door sales, and now I have a community full of women that I help all the time with their own goals, and I hold them accountable so they can reach their goals, most of which is getting to 10K a month. And that's why I'm here to guide you guys, okay? So I've made this guide. I spent so much on it, so much time. And we're gonna get straight into it. It's divided into 3 parts, which is health, wealth, and relationships, right? And we're gonna start with the most interesting part, which is wealth or goals or career for most of you guys, and which is probably why you clicked on this video, right? So the first thing that I need you to do is I need you to get a clear picture of your priorities and where you want to go. So those 2 things first. I need you to get a piece of paper, literally like a notebook or a pen and something like that, and just write down one side what are your priorities. Okay, like number 1, is it your business? Number 2, is it maybe your health? Number 3, what is it? Do you want to get married? Like, what are the things you want to do? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to move to a different country? Do you want to get into your dream university? What are your priorities? Write them out, list them out in order of most important to least important. And then you're going to write down what you want your life to look like, maybe 6-12 months from now, or you could even write 2 years from now. Okay, I like those time frames. I like usually using 3 months, 6 months, and then 2 years maybe. That's what I personally like doing. You don't need to do the same, but yeah, it just gives you a super clear picture. Definitely have one that's kind of long term, so you kind of know in what direction your life will need to head, and you have a picture of what you'll look like 2 years from now, right? So once you know that, when I say you know that, I mean, when talking about where you want to go, I mean, you need to be very specific about it. You need to like lay it out very clearly about like, okay, do I want to be in maybe Qatar? Do I want to live in a house with the 4 bedrooms? Do I want to be married? Do I want to be making 40K a month for my online business? Do I want to, like, what do I want to do? Be very specific, be ultra specific. If you're ambiguous, you'll start procrastinating. So stop that. Second thing is you need to decide on a vehicle, how you're going to get towards your wealth or career goals. Okay, so what is it going to look like? How? Maybe are you going to use digital marketing? Are you going to use affiliate marketing? Are you going to get there from starting a community? Are you going to get there from starting a coaching program? Are you going to get there from starting a gym, a restaurant, a shawarma place? Are you going to get there from live streaming on TikTok or from just like being a YouTuber? How are you getting there? Are you going to start an agency? What is your vehicle? And when you decide on a vehicle, I want you to stick to it. I want you to put in your mind that this is your vehicle and it's not changing. There's no ins or outs. You're in. Like, I mean, there's no ifs, whats, and buts. I don't know how to put it, but you get it. You're in. You're there to stay, and there's no out, okay? It's only how from now on. So I want you to really think of it carefully, and I know a lot of people struggle with this. If you really, really cannot come to a conclusion, then I have coaching calls that I do for free. I'm doing for literally the next 2 weeks. DM me, talk to me, join my community. You can talk to me one-on-one personally, and I'll be able to help you. And I also have a guide and a course in the community that you can access if you just join. And during our upcoming special project, you'll also be able to access it. So yes, definitely keep that in mind. Some of you guys are gonna know what to do already, which is good, which is great. If you know already what you want to do, just put in your head that this is the vehicle and then go all in on it, literally. So you need to decide. Decide. Commitment, meaning no turning back, okay? Because I see too many of you guys, you have shiny object syndrome. You tell yourself, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. You tell all your friends and family members, oh my god, I've gotten into social media, I'm gonna be a social media star, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start my own I don't know, page, a Facebook page or an Instagram page, and I'm gonna try to get it to 100K followers. If I do it consistently for a year, you know, it'll change my life. And everyone's getting hyped up. They're like, yeah, oh my god, let's all go follow you, let's all go do this. 3 weeks later, crickets. Nothing. You haven't done anything. The whole thing collapsed. People ask you, oh my god, what did you do about your social media? You're like, yeah, I'll get back to it in a bit. It's just like I have exams. Or yeah, I was so busy. I was so heartbroken over this guy that I couldn't get to it. Meanwhile, you're literally talking about your priorities. See how it doesn't align? Letting other parts of life get in the way. of something that's supposed to be your priority. See how it just doesn't align? Yeah, there you go. That's how ridiculous you guys look. I'm saying this for a place of love. That's how stupid you look. Saying that it means the world to you to scale your online business or whatever. And 3 weeks later, you can't stick to your online business for a month. No, 3 weeks later. It's January 11th. You guys, I know for a fact, almost everyone watching this has abandoned their New Year's goals. Like, they haven't stayed consistent. You've missed a day or two. I know this for a fact. Why do I know this? Because everyone is the same. You guys give the same excuses. You do the same things over and over. You make the same mistakes over and over and over and over again until life has given you something, and now you're stuck living with it. And you can't change it. Because at some point you've been doing something for so long, you don't even feel the need to change. You're comfortable with it. Meanwhile, we once had dreams. So I'm saying decide. When I say decide, I mean like put your mind to it. And I don't like, and a lot of the times I have this from my friends too, and I catch myself doing this too. You guys have this fake commitment that you have, like, actually this time I'm gonna make it work. And you guys have a moment where you sit down and you're like, no, I'm tired of myself. I need to change things. I'm gonna turn things around. But we all know, and you know this yourself, you have that little voice in your head that's like, no, actually, it's not actually gonna change. But having the confidence or the willpower or looking good, at least that's something you can compensate with confidence. Like, I'm so confident I'll do this thing. And in reality, you know that it's probably not going to go very far. You can't see yourself doing it 6 months from now. So no, don't pick anything just because people tell you to. If I told you, if you're picking something because of me, don't pick it. I'd rather you just don't pick it, honestly. If you're not picking something because you have a genuine desire to learn, be better, and to stick with it, I have nothing to say to you. Okay? So now that we have that, next thing you have to do, get an accountability partner. Get someone to hold you accountable. I'm not saying to go and start glamorizing your goals and your dreams and be like, yeah, I gotta have a social media page. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying literally get someone to hold you accountable. Tell someone like, hey, I want to get to this area. Will you help me, please? Preferably someone that's doing the same thing. Okay? In our community, we already do these things. If you're part of the community, then you already know like what we do. We already hold each other accountable and all of that. And we obviously do accountability partners. However, other people do not have that. And that becomes a problem, right? Because then you're just alone and no one knows about your goals and there's no repercussions for not doing anything whatsoever. Have someone that you can update every single night. Actually, what we do in our community is we just like put community posts every single night, like day 1, day 2, day 3, and we just like upload posts, like journals kind of, but like in public for people to see and to hold you accountable. You could do that and have your accountability partner join too and do the same thing, and you guys look after each other and text each other. That's what I would do. I would totally get an accountability partner. My accountability partner was, as a matter of fact, one of my friends. She did not do a very good job, which is like now I have the community, but thank you, love to her. Helped a lot for a long time. But there's that. Okay, and the next thing you need to do is you need to create a system for yourself. If you know your own behaviors and habits, okay, if you don't, that's a problem. If you know your own behaviors and your own habits, then you know what systems you can design in your life in order to make you more productive. You know what things you can replace by what things, okay? The way I created systems, I'll give you 3 examples of how to create systems in your life. For me, for example, I tell myself every single night, okay, as I'm going to sleep, I'll take out my phone and I'll upload a video to TikTok. What was that? Okay, I'll take out my phone and I'll upload a video to TikTok. Okay? That's the system I've created for myself. So every night, every morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is, obviously I make my bed, but the next thing I do is I just open TikTok and see how the videos performed, okay? And what I like about this is that, just as a tip, on TikTok, the longer you stay off the app without opening the app, the longer you let a video just stay there without opening the app, the better it does. Why this happens, I don't even know. No one knows. But I've seen this with every video I've posted. If I post a video and stay on the app, the video will literally get no views, nothing. 40 views maybe. If I get out of the app, sometimes I'll come back to it being, it would be, sometimes it's like 200, but at least it's not going to be 40. Like it'll be 200, maybe 500. I'm talking about a really, really bad video, or maybe in the thousands, right? Depending on what it is. But yeah, just a tip, just an aside. Yes, I was saying that's my system for me. So I know every night before I go to sleep, post it to TikTok. So that's a system. So I'm already posting. I have this mechanism in my life. The second example of the system I can give you I used to eat, okay, when I was eating, I used to always like maybe scroll TikTok or watch a YouTube video or something. Now what I've replaced it by is, instead of posting something, instead of watching this useless, mindless entertainment content, what I will do is literally take out my phone and then I'll put like maybe a video that will help me or my community, like something related to productivity or sales, right? Or business, things that I'm good at. I'll try to expand my knowledge. So you see, that's another hack I have for myself. So I'm just replacing one thing with another. Like, I'm not adding anything. I don't have to create this whole new time block for myself. I'm just replacing one thing from another by another. And it's the same energy anyways. Actually, I find TikTok and things like that even more draining than just simply, I don't know, doing something productive. I find that when I do something productive, I feel more energized and I feel more awake and I feel more alert and I feel better about myself. But I can't say the same for other things when I'm indulging in my bad habits. So there you go. Now that you understand that, okay. What was I gonna say? Another system that I create for myself. Let me think about it. I have so many of them. Another thing, I know that every time I block something off of my calendar, I will get it done. So now what I literally do is I just block out times in my calendar. Okay, I need to post a video. Okay, or post a bunch of videos. Let's say I haven't been posting for 2 days, right? Due to, let's just give an example. Due to examination pressure, this doesn't happen by the way. Due to exam pressure and a bunch of life circumstances, I couldn't post for 2 days. I'll block out a period of time, literally. I'll be like 8 to 10 a.m. on Saturday posting, and then I'll just be posting, scheduling posts. That's all I'll be doing. Making posts, putting them in a folder. And then once one is done and has been up for like 3 hours or something, I just need to like go to my drafts and click upload and just do that many times, okay? So that's an easy way to get things done. Just blocking things out. Know yourself, know your habits, know your behaviors. You already know a lot of things about yourself. How can you just make a whole system for your life to make yourself more productive and make things easier? So now that you know about creating a system, next thing I want you to do is the 4 agreements. I want you to understand this. It's a book. It's called The 4 Agreements. It's basically a life hack for everything. And I'll share it with you guys because these principles have helped me in my life so much and in my career goals. And you'll know why. So the first one is never take anything personally. Nothing is personal. Nothing. Everything is perspective. Everything is circumstance. And everything is basically itself. Everything is what it is. I don't know if you guys get what I mean. Everything is just energy. It's just something. Something just happened. It is nothing to do with you. A lot of times. Sometimes it is something to do with you. Most of the time, I can tell you, a lot of the times it couldn't have been prevented, or it was literally like just, it is what it is. Take your mind off of things. Don't take things personally, because taking things personally just means you're focusing on things out of your control. Use this principle throughout your whole life. Just keep it in mind as a principle, okay? Never find yourself taking things seriously. That's what I do. Second thing, do not make assumptions. God, do not make assumptions. I don't have words for this. Help me so much. Because when you're not making assumptions, you're busy thinking about solutions. You're busy thinking about how to get things done and how to get things fixed. Instead of sitting down and assuming something and then running by it, which is the lazy way, if you stop making assumptions, then instead you put yourself to work and you're always in action mode, okay? Don't make assumptions. Use this principle throughout your life. You'll see what difference it makes. The next thing is mind your word. It's like in the Bible, the word, guys, the word. Mind what you say. Mind what comes out of your mouth. What you say to other people and what you say to yourself. Make sure you're very careful of it, okay? That's something very important that I want to tell you guys. Be super duper careful with what you say to people and how your words come across. And even like in an event or a meeting or anything, always mind your word. Always make sure you're saying things that are positive and things that will make things better for everyone, and don't just be like a Debbie Downer or something. Debbie Downer is weird, but you know what I mean. And the last thing is, give it your best. Whatever you're doing, give it your best. Always give your 100%. Always do your best. Always do your best. When it comes to anything, when you're doing outreach, be the best outreacher on earth. When you're talking to people, be the best talker on earth. When you're doing public speaking, make the best presentation on earth. If you're recording a YouTube video, try to make one of the best ones out there. always do your best, okay? I'm not saying to try to be perfect. I'm just saying do your best. If your best means just recording a video and editing it on, I don't know, CapCut or something, or on the TikTok app, and just uploading it, and that's literally your best, and you've literally given your 100% because you don't know how to do anything else, then that's your best. Your best just means doing the best of your efforts. If your best just means putting up your camera, doing your eyebrows, and then uploading a video where you're talking about some baking or something, upload it, do that. Always do your best. That's all I mean. I don't mean to use it as an excuse for procrastination. That's not what I mean at all. Now that we have the wealth and goals part of it, everything is down par, you already know what you're doing, and you have a system for it, so you're probably already doing it, and you don't need motivation, because why would you need motivation when you have discipline? I'm joking. But yeah, you just need discipline, obviously, but I'm assuming you're a very disciplined person if you're still watching this. The next thing is relationships, okay? I have two things to say about relationships, okay? Number one, surround yourself with people you want to be more like, people you want to live more like, people who inspire you, people who are on the same path as you. Surround yourself with these types of people all the time. Whether it means moving to a new city, whether it means moving to a new country like I did at the age of 18. Like for me, it was a necessary sacrifice, I believe, in my opinion, because I would not have grown this much if I had not moved to a different country. I would not have grown this much. I promise you. It is crazy. I don't even recognize myself. And I'm glad about that. And I'm proud of myself, honestly. So go out of your comfort zone. Layla Hormozi did the same thing. She moved to a huge state where the rent was astronomical on her own, where she had no family, she knew no one, just because she knew she wanted better for herself, okay? Just because she knew she had a bigger vision. Shelby Sapp, she did the same thing. She owns She Sells Academy. Same thing. Alex Hormozi, same thing. There's a lot of people who are like this. I'm doing the same thing. Take yourself out of your comfort zone. Do things that scare you almost, and watch your life change, literally. The second part of it is cut out bad friends or people who make you a worse person, a worse version of yourself, a version of yourself you don't like. If hanging around, I don't know, Tom makes you drink, makes you smoke, makes you just lose weight the whole day, makes you dumb, makes you feel groggy afterwards, why are you hanging around Tom? Why are you hanging around Tom? You say you want this, yet you do that. Your actions and your words don't match. Do you want to be like Tom? Do you want his life? No. So why are you spending all your time with him? Why are you hanging with him all the time? Why is he your friend? I believe friends are supposed to push each other. Friends are supposed to make each other better versions of themselves. So if your friends are not making a better version of yourself, then these are not people that you necessarily need to keep. And I mean, especially if they're making your life much worse. If your life is literally going like this, or you're at the bottom here, and a lot of it's largely thanks to your friends, why are they your friends? Or at least reduce the amount of time you spend with them. I don't mean you need to stop considering them as friends. You can still love them in your hearts and still want to be away from them, and still not want to allow their behaviors to affect you, and still be like, hey, until you get this thing together, I've worked on this, I've quit this lifestyle, I can't hang with you for that. Or sure, maybe we'll hang, putting new boundaries, right? We can hang out together, but it'll only be in this setting because I'm trying to get away from this type of lifestyle. All these mechanisms you can put for yourself. So with relationships, it's very important to know where you stand and where they stand, and just be honest, be transparent. And if you can't do that, then at least be honest with yourself and take decisions accordingly. So yeah, I've lost a lot of friends due to contrasting values this year and last year, and it's been really humbling. It's been really like eye-opening. And I definitely know that a lot of the times, a lot of these friendships end up being toxic anyway. So it's very important to know what you want to do with them and what direction you're going, and not just go along with them for the ride. You get it? Next thing, okay, now we're done talking about relationships. I think that's basically it. Honestly, that's all I want to say. The next thing is health. All I can say for health is, I'm no health expert, but I can tell you the basic things I do to stay fit, because I am a fit person. So when it comes to health, I want you to not make things very complicated. Start out with doing things slowly. I had a coach used to tell me, hey, if you can work out twice a week for 10 minutes each, that's already a good start. Just keep building it up from there, okay? Or find a sport you like. For me personally, it was volleyball. I used to do it like 5, 6 times a week, and I enjoyed it. I genuinely enjoyed it, and there were other people, which made it a lot more fun compared to just going to the gym and like lifting on your own. It makes things way easier if you're doing it with people, way easier. So get a buddy. I promise you guys, even if it's on FaceTime, even if you don't have that luxury, just do it on FaceTime, okay? Even if you're in the community, just your accountability partner, just literally go on Instagram and then just like open the camera thingy and then start working out. Why not? So that's definitely what I recommend. When it comes to food, I don't do a lot of like diets. I fast mainly, so I just won't eat for like 16 hours, and I'll eat 2 meals, and I'll redo the 16-hour thing, but I'll eat like really nutritious things, and I cut out sugar. Cutting out sugar is very important, guys, for your teeth, for your health, for your skin, because then it leads to loss of collagen and you just start looking old and wrinkly, okay? So that's my routine, and that's what I recommend for people to start with at least, and then you can kind of work your way up from there. But definitely cutting out sugar is a really good start. Then you can start working out twice a week, and then you can like start maybe fasting if you get to an extreme level. It's easier for some people, and drinking a lot of water. Drinking a lot of water, having a colorful plate, all of that. I'm a very simple person, guys, so I give very simple advice when it comes to things. Simple, easy to implement. Don't complicate things. Just do that and you should be fine. It's not even that complicated. It should be easy. But yeah, guys, this is the guide. That's the end of it. If you want more hands-on support, then you can join our community. I'll leave the link in bio. If you want to hop on a coaching call with me because you're still confused, you still don't know what to do, go ahead. Literally just reserve it. I love talking to people. I love helping people and sharing my expertise. If I can help in any ways, I will definitely do it. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, guys, and join the community. Like, what are you doing? You can't watch this far and not join the community. Like, we need to have you in there. We need people like you. But yeah, and thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.